Hey folks, I am Rack James from ORS Racks Direct here in Vermont on a beautiful, beautiful summer day. It is hot. It's not usually this hot. We usually ride snowmobiles year-round around here, but it's super hot. We have rack fever, so we're talking about car rack systems. And we're going to show you today the Thule 460 Rapid Podium base rack system. This is kind of incomplete right now. What I have in my hand is a Rapid Podium or Rapid Aero bar, which is aluminum, oval shaped, and the whole idea is to give a more premium look to your vehicle's rack system. It looks a lot more like a factory rack by the way that the foot integrates into the underside of the bar rather than clamping around it, and just the overall look. The bar does have a slight curve in it. That's designed that way so that when you tighten it actually levels out a little bit, and I think also having that curve, when there's weight on the bar itself, it's going to resist sort of bowing. So when you get your bar and you see a bend, know that that's designed to be that way. When you determine the appropriate rack system for your vehicle, you want to make sure that you use the automated fit guide on our website. It'll ask you what kind of vehicle you have, what you want to carry, you tell it, and then it tells you you need the Rapid Podium system for your car. There are some other options as well, but this is all about the Rapid Podium 460. The 460 Podium Rapid and Standard is designed to work with factory mounting points. So your vehicle needs to have specific points where you can mount a rack. And there's all sorts of different types of factory mounting points. On this Mazda 3, the mounting points are actually located under this molding strip. So we had to actually drill through the molding to locate the point. And basically I just kind of, peeled it back and looked for it. I kind of had a feeling of, I knew essentially where it would be located, and I could kind of find it, and I marked a spot and I drilled a hole and was able to access that mounting point. The other option would be to take the strip right out, but I didn't want to do that, and it looks perfect when it's mounted, as you can see on the front here. Now with mounting points, you want to make sure you get the specific fit kit that is designed to work with your vehicle. 3080 fit kit is what is designed for the Mazda 3, and what is specific for the vehicle is that fit kit. So for example, this base, this is what's going to rest on the vehicle, is designed with a little angle in it, because as the roof kind of starts to slope back, this wedge, the way that it's designed, thicker on one side, levels it out. So again, it's very, very important to make sure you pick you use the appropriate fit kit, the designated fit kit for your Mazda. All right, let's talk about installing this thing. So you've got your front crossbar mounted. Now with the 400XT and the 480 Traverse, there are measurements that are very critical when you're setting your bar up. Where to put the bars on the crossbar, and then where the foot needs to go on the roof. Well, with the mounting point, that's pretty much taken care of, because you don't have to measure anything. There's only one spot to mount. So basically, you just need to get the feet on the crossbar, and then we're going to rest it on top of those mounting points and bolt it down. So when you get your fit kit, you're going to get some pieces. You're going to get a base, rubber base. You're going to get this bracket. The bracket fits into the base, just like that. And you've got your assorted bolts and tools and all that stuff. This is the one I'm looking for, though. This is my first step. This is my mounting post, and this is what's going to thread into my fixed mounting point right over here. So the first thing to do, and I would recommend, if you've got some grease, anytime metal on metal, it's a good idea to put a little grease on the threads, and you can sort of hand tighten it into place. And then once you got it going, because you don't want to cross thread that thing, so do it by hand first to get it started, and then you can, once you know that it's engaged, you can take over with your wrench. And there's a stop on that post, so you'll know when it's not going to go anymore, and then just give it a little more of a turn just so you know it's nice and snug. That's all set, ready to go. I've got the other one mounted on the other side, so now I'm just going to be dropping the feet onto those posts, but I want to put them onto my crossbar. There is the underside of the Rapid Aero bar, and the foot is going to integrate into this space. And because of this design, and it's meant to look nice and cool again, nice and integrated, but because of this, you are limited to choosing the bar that is in the fit guide for your vehicle. If you want to go longer, that is not an option here. So you have to stick with the recommended bar length for your vehicle. And for my vehicle, it is the 47. It's the RB47, of course. So here we have an RB47 bar, and now we're going to install the foot. So So there's my foot. I've got my base pad plate thing set up already, and there we go. That just kind of slides on just like that, and there are these threaded barrels ready to accept the bolts that are going to hold it on. Don't go too tight, just get it started a little bit, because what happens when you tighten these bolts is it will tighten into the channel, and we don't want to tighten too much on the bar right now. We want it just hanging off of there, and you can see how that's just going to slide nice and smooth right on into place. Now, when I pick it up and go to rest it on my car, I don't want this thing sliding around, so I might tighten these bolts a little more just to keep that foot in place. There, that's not going to slide off. And then, you can see the little hole at the bottom center. That's what I'm dropping onto my mounting post. Make sure that you put it in the right direction. Again, that pad is asymmetrical, so the thicker side goes on the right-hand side. And then I'm just going to drop it down on there. And then I can go to the other side and line that up. And it's not a bad idea, folks, to lay down like a blanket or a towel on your roof, just so you don't drop a wrench or a bolt or something and scratch your lovely paint. Now, the posts are engaged, and now I can work to center the bar. You can actually loosen these bolts now because the bar's not going anywhere, and to take all the resistance off the clamp, and then you can kind of eyeball the bar by sliding it back and forth. And it definitely helps to have a buddy help you out. It's too bad my buddy's holding the camera right now, so that means that I'm essentially on my own, and I gotta kind of walk back and forth. But you can see how I can slide the bar, and you pretty much eyeball it, get it pretty close, and then if you really want, you can measure the distance of each end to get it perfectly centered. Once that's all set, then I'm going to go ahead and tighten my foot. And as I tighten the foot, it's closing against this clamp, and it's also tightening it against the bar. You don't need to go crazy, 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 crazy tight, just good and snug. And when that's at the appropriate tension, then I will finish with my final bolts and be done. They give you this spacer, which we don't need for this particular vehicle, but there's my nut, and you thread that on, and there's an included wrench, but basically that goes all the way down to the bottom and tightens the foot on. And again, don't have to over tighten, just get it so it's snug and flush, and when you're completely tight, you can actually grab the rack and kind of shake the vehicle, and that'll let you know that it's not going anywhere. Last step, I guess you can put your end cap on. Whoa, whoa, come back to me now. All right, I'm glad I did that, because I forgot to point out the little, you gotta kind of flip this open, and then you can slide that into place, and then it closes just like that. Pretty slick. The cover will go on, and again, make sure that that's tight first, of course, and that these are tight. That's all set. Cover goes into place. Now, to hold that into place, you've got a choice. You could purchase your lock horse, 544, lock cylinder in each tower will lock that down. But if you want to be a little frugal and you're not worried that someone might want to steal your base system, you get these little dummy plugs, and those go into place. Give it a little turn and lock it down. And the only other thing that you might want to consider, of course, is a fairing. Now, even though these are aerodynamic shaped bars, they are going to be quieter than your standard bars. Still, nothing beats the quiet you'll get with a fairing. It's a plastic guard, pushes the air up and over the crossbars to quiet down the humming, buzzing noise that these bars are going to create. All right? So, Rapid Podium, the 460R from Thule for factory mounting points, such as this one. Again, your vehicle might have a different mounting point, might be underneath the little trap door, might be located in one of your flush rails, but it's a factory mounting point, calls for the 460 Rapid Podium. My name is Rack James. Thanks for watching. We are ORS Racks Direct.